Are you the kind of person who says yes every time whenever you want to actually say no? You keep hiding your emotions or you keep pretending to be someone who you are not. And you always feel like you have to make someone else happy, even if that means compromising for your own self. Then I'm sorry to say, but you are a kind of person who can never be happy with your own self. Reason being simple, every time you are making that decision, you choose to abandon yourself rather than honoring who you truly are. Each time you say yes when you want to say no, each time you suppress your emotions or you pretend to be someone who you are not, you are sending yourself a message that your feelings, your identity, your needs do not matter. And do you have any idea what does it do to you over time? Over time, this self abandonment completely erodes your self worth and leaves you feeling empty and disconnected from who you truly are from within. In this video, I'm going to be sharing common ways of how we abandon ourselves and how instead we can learn to choose ourselves and live a more fulfilling and content life. Number one, hiding your feelings. You are feeling upset because you had a disagreement with your partner or a friend. Instead of talking about what is actually bothering you keep a brave face and keep all your emotions inside suppressed within you, acting as if everything is fine. This means you are actually hiding your true feelings and not addressing the real issue. This can seriously lead to even more stress and misunderstandings in the future. Don't do that. Therefore, in such situations, you have to allow yourselves to express your emotions in a more healthy manner. For example, if you are uncomfortable in expressing yourself and you genuinely love the person with whom you had a fight, you can just write it on a paper about how you feel. For example, I have been feeling hurt about our last conversation and I want to talk about it. Number two, codependent relationships. You constantly seek approval from people around you, like your parents, your friends, your partner. Just a basic example, you are in a mall and you're confused about the dress which you want to buy. So, what you do, you text your partner and seek their approval that if you should buy that dress or not. So, they approve of that dress and you buy it immediately. And after coming back to home, you realize that you don't quite like it that much, but you bought it just because your partner approved of it. This gradually becomes a habit, and you start betraying yourself every time you ask for somebody else's approval or to make a choice for you. So, how you can choose yourself in such scenarios? You have to start taking your own responsibility by making small decisions independently. For example, what you should be eating on lunch today, or what you will be doing on Sunday evening, or what clothes you would be wearing. Let not others decide such things for you. And it might sound very simple, but just by doing this, you will gain that self confidence immensely and your sense of self worth will rise. You can also set aside some time each week for the activities that you enjoy and tell your partner, I'm going to spend some time on my own this evening. I've got something to work on. Number three, people pleasing attitude. Your friends ask you to go for a movie this weekend, but you are extremely tired and you were just looking forward to this weekend to have some rest. But instead of saying no, you agree to your friend's plan because you don't want to disappoint them. And also, you have a fear of missing out. What you could have done instead is be honest with your friend about how you're feeling. You might have said something like, I would have loved to go, but this weekend I'm really feeling exhausted and I need some time for myself. I need some rest this weekend. How about if you plan something for next weekend instead? Being honest with your friends is a great way to build trust and mutual respect. And if they cannot respect your feelings, then it's a sign that they might not be as genuine as you would have hoped them to be. Prioritizing your well being is key, and your true friends will always understand and support that. Number four, covering up your true self. You love dancing or makeup or maybe writing or anything, but you never share it with others because you are just worried what people might think. They might just think that it is silly or not good enough. So, how would you overcome that? You overcome that by sharing your dance, your makeup, your poetry, or whatever it is with someone whom you trust, even if it is just one close friend. For example, if you're good at writing, you might just say to your friend, I'm writing some poetry lately. It's really personal, but I would love to share it with you if you are interested. Or if you're good at dance, you can just create a small recording of yourself and post it on any social media platform where you're comfortable. What it will do is help you build confidence and receive a genuine feedback. Whether through a friend or social media, expressing your true interests would help you connect with others who genuinely appreciate you for who you truly are. Now, what if you are someone who likes to do certain things, but internally you think that you are not so good at it or you are still not perfect in order to share it with friends or on social media? Then I want to tell you just one thing here. You are a victim of perfectionism, which brings us to our fifth point, which is perfectionism. It took me 6 years to understand that I don't have to be perfect or a certain way to start posting on YouTube. And I don't want you to make the same mistake. If you're good at something, or forget about good, if you're genuinely interested in something, then please, please, please just go and share. You have to start no matter what. And don't be lazy on this. I'm requesting you for that. Otherwise, after 5 years, you would realize that you made such a big mistake by not starting when Swati was telling you. Thinking anything does not make people perfect. People become perfect only by set of repetitions. The more you would do certain thing, the more mature you will become in that thing, and the more amazing you will become in that thing. Number 6, ignoring your gut feeling. Suppose you are in a party or at some social event and something about the atmosphere makes you uncomfortable. Maybe it's a comment which somebody made at you, or you're just not feeling great from inside in that environment. It has happened a lot with me. But instead of trusting that feeling, you ignore it and stay longer than you want to. In this case, you again choose to abandon yourself. Now, what you can do instead? Next time, whenever you feel that discomfort, just trust it and politely just excuse yourself from that situation, even if others don't understand. For example, if you're at a party and feeling uneasy, you might just say, I'm just feeling a bit tired, so I'm going to head out early. It was great seeing everyone. By saying this politely, you not only honor your feelings, but also set a boundary that prioritizes your well being. Trusting your instincts in this way shows self respect and reinforces that your comfort matters. Over time, this practice will help you build self confidence and live more authentically. In the end, I just want to say that choosing yourself is all about recognizing these moments and making small intentional changes that honor your needs, values, and well being. It's a journey, but each step brings you closer to a life that feels true to who you are. Until next video, stay safe, stay happy, and stay positive. Bye.